And right now, I'm right at the pit where I'm feeling sad. Forgive myself. I think that's never forgive myself. Always smiling. You're always strong. How is it possible that you don't have challenges? I still haven't even gathered the guts to go back to his grave.
Right at the podcast Being Man, as I learn to be a man. Understanding the time, lessons and patience inquire to be a 10. A series of compass insights of the journey for a different turn. Being man, where rivers of the mind flow to give a damn. A movement with river flows, so I be a bailer I can. All stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Right at the podcast Being Man, all stones are turned, all souls affirmed. Welcome to Being Man.
Hello then, welcome to another one. I trust I find you well. How are you? How are you doing? Let's be honest and let's desist from a generation that only asks the question because we are so used to the answer. When you ask 9 out of 10 of people, how are you? They're just going to tell you that I'm fine, thank you, how are you doing? But do you know what fine stands for? Fine stands for feelings inside, not expressed. So, how are you doing? With that deep voice, how are you doing? Anyway, my name is Tatenda and I'm back with another one. You have no idea, and I want to be honest about this video. I was supposed to record a video that is to speak about your words and your seed. And I went through everything that I need to do to start. That is to pray, to set up the lights, set up the sound, test out the sound. And from the get-go, nothing was happening. If it wasn't Miles that was coming in and biting each and everything, every cable that is in here, to me, self-doubting. I've got this loud voice. It's so loud. It is so loud. I don't want to lie and come here and smile and laugh and everything because that's not the perception that I want to put out to the world. My wife sent me a video which I reacted or remixed on my reels when Nicki Minaj said, exactly what you do when the cameras are on should be what you do when the cameras are off. And right now I'm right at the pit where I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling broken purely because there's so many questions that are running through my mind. From a relative that is home that's not feeling well to August coming around the corner. Let me not lie. They always say, always go back to the people that are going through grief, regardless of how long it has been. I'm at my pit. And the video that I was supposed to record was something that is supposed to make you smile or supposed to make you want to do good or supposed to make you start. Because the story of planting seeds in the Bible speaks about whatever that we're putting out in the world. The whatever word that we're speaking to ourselves. That is to do with self-doubt, self-motivation, and making sure that you're the best person that you can be by adding 1 more percent than you were yesterday. Yet, this will be 5 years. And I'm thinking, at this point in time, Aiden is gone. I should be okay. I'm not. I'm lying. I still haven't even gathered the guts to go back to his grave. And in as much as, yes, just recently, my wife and I discussed it and said we're gonna go, I'm so scared that I don't even remember where it is. And it's not something that I can even go back to her and say, what if we don't find the grave? I don't remember it. So I've got one self-doubt of remembering where his grave is, and the other one of getting courage of actually getting into the car and going there. And that's what I'm going through. So when I'm asking you, how are you? Or you asking me how I am, This is the truth. I'm always smiling. I'm always laughing. But I'm just breaking away. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't even know how to answer those questions. I don't even have a solution. Yes, I'm going to speak to you, then what? Yes, I'm going to find a therapist to speak to, then what? And we're living in a generation where you have to be your best self. You have to be positive. Yet I'm not finding it. How do I even open the Bible? I recorded the first part and I could not even see what I was reading. I couldn't. I woke up and I didn't even know my admin skills of picking away which video is supposed to go out, which one is not supposed to go out, because I'm just a mess. Yet I still stand in front of the camera and say, hello, how are you doing? Hope I find you well. Maybe you're not well. I'm not. Why are we lying to each other? But guess what? In us not being okay, we still get up and do the best that we can. Not for ourselves, but for the next person to find strength in what we are doing. We pray. We trust God for better. We trust that it's going to be a better day. But that, effectively speaking, I think that's the best that we can do. Nothing else. So this is me. And this video says, how are you? Or how are you doing? Are you coping? My son died 5 years ago. And I went through so much self-doubt because the first few months of the pregnancy, I never bonded with the kid. And for the longest of time, yes, I've been told I'm a good father, I'm a good man, but the fact still remains I never bonded with him. Every other man speaks to their pregnant wife. I never did. And that's what I'm going through. Some days are good. Some days are bad. Today is worse. Is it going to be a better week? I don't know. Is it going to be a better month? I don't know. I'm dreading not to get to the 11th of August. Yet I was speaking to a colleague and she was saying, I wish we could just jump to August. Because her grief is rampant now and July. But she's wishing to jump onto what I don't want. Right now it's better. And it just made me realize that a lot of times what I think is soothing my soul or soothing my spirit is what's killing the next person. But one thing for sure is God is still there for you and me. Someone is looking for a job, the other one is dying in a job. Someone is looking to settle down, another one is dying to get out of a marriage or a relationship. So be that as it may, I can't get to August. Someone wants to get to August. How are you doing? What's your coping mechanism? I can't speak. I love speaking like this, but for the longest of time, my very own wife has told me that I have to learn to speak. A few days ago, something happened and it made me click. It clicked that this is what I've been wanting to hear. I can't. And I'm so sure that I'm not the only person that's like that, male or female. So how are you doing? What's your coping mechanism? If you don't have it, find it. I'm still to find it. And for the longest of time, I was thinking sitting in front of a camera soothes me and it's therapeutic. In as much as it is, yes. But I never want to portray an image to you that I'm this strong vibe or a strong character, when I know inside I'm not. And I'm not going to speak for long. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Remember, work hard, stay safe, and keep believing. Cheers for now. So I broke down. I broke down because Everyone looks at me as strong. Maybe I am. I don't feel like it. I don't even have the guts to look at you in the face. But you hear me. You hear me. I've lost touch with myself in trying to prove that I can be strong for the next person. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong in being there for the next person. But who's there for you? And over the past few weeks, I've been thanking God that, finally the Man Podcast is finally bringing men to speak. Because it's like every man is coming to me and breaking down to me, which is okay. That's exactly what I prayed to God for. That it's okay for a man to break down. That it's okay for you to be there for your brother. That it's okay to say I'm not okay. And I've been an advocate for it's okay not to be okay. Yet it's dawning on me that I never grieved my child. And fine, my wife is behind the camera. She makes her way back this side and tells me that she's proud of me. Proud of me for breaking down. And I've got kids that watch this, and the one particular kid said, Coach Tats, how is it possible that you are always smiling, you're always strong? How is it possible that you don't have challenges? Yet here I am, breaking down. The very same kids are going to listen to this and watch this and go, Coach Tats, you're not okay. I'm not okay, so what? What am I going to do about it? Instead of me coming here and say, hello there, how are you doing? Trust you'll find you well. And having makeup and lighting, good sound. But when the cameras are off, I'm going back to my original self. That's not life. If I do that, then I'm not leading a generation of men that are going to be strong. I'm just like the norm. You never break down in front of people. That's what we were told. You never show weakness in front of people. Millions are going to watch this and think, how is it possible that you put on something that is breaking you? Yet this is working exactly as I always used to say. Oh, recording is therapeutic. It's not therapeutic until it uproots the bad and the dark side or the hidden gems. And I'm the very one that always says, it's when you do the last rep of your exercise, that's when you're actually starting to exercise. Not when you're still feeling good. The content that I produced when I was trying to hide the true me, that's not the one. That's not what the Man Podcast is all about, like Pumsa said. It's not. The Man Podcast is about breaking down. Being your true self. Not being scared of who's going to comment and say, oh, you are weak. Who's going to say, how dare you produce something that is making you weak in front of the world. But Paul says, let my stumbling be your strength. So me breaking down is not because I'm trying to seek sympathy, because that's the last thing that I need. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I don't want you to find strength from what I'm saying. I want you to find strength from what I'm going through. Because effectively, that's how we build a stronger nation. That's how we build a stronger society of men and women that love God, men and women that are true to themselves. I encourage you to be true to yourself. I always forget where I parked. And the very same thing is what I'm so scared of. I get to the graveyard and I don't see him. And Pumza said something powerful just now. It's okay not to remember. You get in there. Say what needs to be said. And do what needs to be done. That's what a man is about, right? That's what being matured, available to nature is about. Do what needs to be done. Say what needs to be said. And forgive myself. I think that's... Never forgave myself. Aiden passed at a time where I was strong in church. I was very strong in church. I was serving in church to a point whereby I was not even sitting down to listen to the very word that I'm coming to, but making sure that everyone else is in the word. And maybe, just maybe, that's where my marriage got messed up as well. You get so focused on what other people are, or how comfortable other people need to be, and which is not a bad thing, don't get me wrong. You get so focused on making sure that the next person is comfortable in church that you forget that you are also a person that needs to fill up a seat. If you feel like church is overwhelming, there's nothing wrong in sitting at home and not going until you fit, until you're fine. I never put myself through that. And I didn't have a gun stuck to my head to say, don't grieve, don't go home, don't sleep. No, it was my decision. Don't fall into the same trap. If you're not okay, it's okay to sleep, not wake up. Until we feel ready to face the world. Yet I decided to put walls. And walls make you stronger, but for a certain time. Now you break up in front of screen. And the world is watching. Don't fall for my trap. If you're not okay, it's okay. No amount of money is worth it. Get out of that job. If it's not giving you the peace that it's supposed to, the bills, jeez, what's the worst that could happen? They'll take the house, they'll take the car, so what? It is what it is. But your mental health comes first. You can't be strong for the next person if you are not strong yourself. It's high time that you start putting yourself first. I haven't done that for the longest of time. If it means go into hibernation and rebuild, refine yourself, if there's such a word, do that. But never be strong for the next person. Be strong for you first. And effectively, when you're strong for you, you're strong for the next person. Recording is therapeutic, right? The good thing is, I'm going to wake up the next day and say, yeah, yesterday was hard. And I am going to record again. And I know tomorrow is going to be a better day. And I know that there's going to be light tomorrow. So what if I don't remember where he was? Don't know how many friends have asked me, Tats, we can go together, we'll hold your hand. But none of them have I ever told that I was scared that. I don't remember. just the freedom that I'm getting from. It's okay not to remember. Just that freedom. It's okay to tend not to remember where he was buried. And he's not there, I know that. He's not in the grave. It's his body that was in there, decomposed years ago. He's with me. I see him in my cat. I see him in my son. I see him in the kids that I coach. I know. But the freedom that I'm getting from, it's okay not to remember. If I find it great, if I don't, it's okay. It's okay to go back to where it started. It's okay to retrace your steps and find yourself slowly but surely. We always say God is a God that is always welcoming, right? And where I messed up, He's going to welcome me. Where you messed up, He's going to welcome you. Be that as it may, it's not okay to show a face, a facade. That's not okay. You can't hide something for 4 years, 5 years, and expect to be a normal person. I'm not normal. There is nothing normal about me starting a podcast because men are trying to kill themselves, yet I'm one of them that did. But no one has the actual details of what happened, what transpired, why it happened. Yet I call myself matured, available nature. Maybe I am because I'm providing the platform. Well done to that. But at the same time, you can't keep on hiding it. How are you doing? Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again bright and early tomorrow, and I'll be smiling. Or I'll be down again. But fact is, I'll still be here. I'll still be rooting you on, cheering you up to keep going. The fact that you are here, well done. The fact that it's taken me almost 5 years to realize, at least I'm here. That's something to be thankful for. The fact that I've met people that have encouraged me and rooted me on, that's something to be thankful of. So yeah. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of your day and peace.